Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Hey, let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Y'all recognize this bottle? Yeah, we did one not long ago, a couple weeks maybe. Uh, and it had heavy diacetyl butterscotch taste to it. Uh, and everybody commented, I talked to the guy that owns the craft beer store or contact the brewery. I went back out to the craft beer store and the guy that owns it wasn't there. He was brewing and they're actually doing some brewing there now. So I wasn't able to talk to him, and they didn't have any more sitting around, so everybody bought everything up. So I'm hoping I just got one bad bottle. I don't know how that could happen because diacetyl comes out in the resting after fermentation. So I don't see how one bottle can have that effect and none of the rest of them do. But I contacted the brewery, and Zach at Hardywood was very, very pleasant to deal with. He actually sent me another one of these, and he sent me another beer, a Trader Joe's version of something from them. So I'm going to re-review this, guys, and if it has heavy butterscotch diacetyl, I'm going to tell you that. I'm hoping this bottle does not, but it is the same 2019 edition of the same beer. So if this one has the same notes as the other one, they have a problem with that. They have a serious problem with that because somebody is not tasting these beers before it goes into barrels and after it comes out of the barrels before they bottle it. So I'm hoping I'm not going to get that on this one. If it has it, I'm going to tell you it does. And if it doesn't, I'm not going to recontact the brewery again. They are to be able to have a better quality control than that. Why would you send me out another bottle that's just as bad as the first one? So I'm hoping for good things on this one, and maybe I was just unlucky and got a bad one. But like I said, if it's there, I'm going to tell you that it's there. So we're going to re-review this, even though I just done it a couple weeks ago, and see what this new bottle has. And I don't know what to expect, guys, and I'm going to be as honest as I can with what it comes out of this bottle. So this is a 10.6 percenter. Yep, no, it's 11.6. Beer Advocate has it listed as 10.6, so they're wrong. Imagine them going out of business, huh? That's the reason why them and Untapped probably just got bought out and under another umbrella. This is because Beer Advocate comes from all in the same group, no matter what the ABV, what batch, what year, or whatever. So Beer Advocate's kind of on the hind titty as far as I'm concerned. And they probably did this to keep the damn doors open or wherever they're at. Over to Untapped, they have the 2019 listed at 11.6% and 55 IBUs, and it has the IBUs listed here too, I think. Yes, 55, 2019 on the label, ABVs on the label, IBUs are on the label. So that's how it should be done, guys. And this is a big 750 milliliter corked and caged bottle, not a cheap bottle to buy. I didn't buy this one because it was sent to me to replace the first one that I paid $15 for. So, again, I am going to tell you what I am tasting. If it's butterscotch diacetyl, I'm going to tell you that. If it's not, I'm going to tell you that too. It says Gingerbread Stout GBS, aged exclusively in Kentucky's own Heaven Hills bourbon barrels with locally roasted Mexican Chiapas coffee. So, other than that, we got the ABV, they got IBUs, and it is a 2019 edition. Let's get it open and see what's going on. I can't imagine this not having diacetyl in it if it's the same batch. So, yeah, here it comes. Listen for the pop. There it is. So, I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping I'm just somebody that got a bad edition. We're going to go right straight down the center on this. And being a 750, there's enough for me to share if she's interested. Well, that's a good thing. I'm not tasting the diacetyl. I didn't want the head to run over the glass because I poured it fairly aggressive. 2 fingers of head on that. Good looking beer. Real good looking beer. Pitch black coming out. Nice khaki colored head. A great looking beer. Very nice. To the nose we go. Oh yeah, I'm not getting any of that butterscotch diacetyl. Rich roasted malt, slight hint of some bourbon. This is what I should have had on the first one. Caramel, toffee, black molasses. The bourbon notes are not off the chain. I don't know how long you leave it in the bourbon barrels for this particular version that they've done, but definitely not getting the diacetyl butterscotch aromas on it. Smells pretty good. Yay! Yay! Zach at Hardywood, thanks a bunch for taking care of me and sending me the extra bottle to re-review, and the other bottle that you sent. Both of them were 750 corked and caged. The other one is a Trader Joe's version of something, and we'll get to that before too long. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's that. Cheers. Wow. Very tasty, guys. This one is much better than the original one that I did. I'm not getting the diacetyl butterscotch taste to this, but again, on that note, I'm not getting heavy bourbon. And that may be where they want it to be. They may not wanted the bourbon overpowering everything else. So different breweries want different things before they put it in a bottle and release it. Some like that big, heavier, stronger bourbon notes. And all that depends on first run bourbon barrels never had beer in them before, and how long they leave it in there to get it to where they want it to be before they put it in the bottle here. So I was hoping for a little more bourbon notes. Some of that may come out while we're sipping on it, let it come up to room temperature. I kind of doubt it, but much better than the original one that I did a couple weeks ago. So let's sip on it, pour her a glass, and we'll come back and see what we're going to give it. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on about an hour now. Very tasty beer. Very, very well made beer. This one's not infected or has the heavy butterscotch diacetyl taste to it. I feel like I was very unfortunate to get one that was a couple of weeks ago, and this one is nothing like that. But it doesn't have that big, huge bourbon notes, and that may be where they want it to be. Like I said earlier, they may not want the bourbon overpowering everything else, but if I'm paying $15 for a bottle of beer like this, I want to be able to taste those notes a little more prominent than what I'm getting from this, which is why I am not going to give it a 10. It is a well-made beer, and it's very, very tasty. Final chug. There is enough bourbon notes there to let you know that it is a bourbon barrel aged beer. But the bourbon notes are a little more subdued than I personally, just me, would like to see. Especially when this beer costs $15 for a bottle. And there may be people say, oh my God, that's the best thing I ever tasted. It's absolutely a 10. I would not argue with that, guys. It is a very, very well made beer. But to me, it's not going to get to 10. It does have the ABV, the IBUs, and the vintage on it. So with that being said, I'm going to give it a 98. Upper end of the A scale. Not quite to the 10, but like I said, if you think it's a 10, by golly, buy all you can get your hands on. But this is much better than what I had before. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 98 world class. I'm pretty close to that score. And over to Untapped. Untapped has it at 4.37, which is also in their A category. So I do think it's an A, but it's in the upper end of the A category to me. So neither one of them have it at an A plus or a 100 scale. And I would agree, both Untapped and Beer Advocate say it's an A beer. A very tasty upper end A beer. And I would agree with that. This is very, very tasty. And once again, thanks to Zach at Hardywood for being very nice to deal with and very apologetic for me getting a bad version of this beer and sending me a replacement for it with an extra bottle to do. And I will be doing that before too long. But this is a tasty beer. Hopefully you didn't get one of the bad bottles. And if you did, contact Zach at Hardywood Brewing, and they will probably make it right for you. He did for me. So with that being said, very tasty beer. And I would buy this bottle again if I seen it in next year's edition or something. It is a very, very well-made beer. And I like to try to support the local breweries, and even though they're up in they're in Virginia, so I try to support the Virginia craft beer brewers that haven't sold out and are still considered craft beer brewers, and this is a very, very tasty addition. So with that being said, if you've had the Kentucky Christmas Morning 2019, this is a good bottle. This is a very good bottle. So hopefully everybody got a good bottle. And if you got a bad bottle that had that big butterscotch taste, contact the brewery and they will probably make it right for you. They're very, very, very nice to deal with. And they want you to have what they want you to have. So with that being said, once again, thanks to Zach for sending this one. This is much, 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 much better than what I had before. So hopefully it was an isolated incident, and I don't know how many different batches they did of this, but this is a good one. This is a definitely good one. If you got a bad one, let them know. And if you've had it and it was a good bottle, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.